here to take care of it. Set on up to Cook. Isaac Andrews, 8 drinks. Down to Andrews. Gets it down court. The shot is up. Yes! And Westell, you're greatly appreciated. Baker here for 3. Knocks out pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball. Center field. That's going to be pretty good season. That's a high fly ball. Deep there in the left field. And it's going to be gone! Paul P. Dan Fisher. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana, we have Lady Raider Volleyball coming your way here tonight as we welcome in the visiting Alexandria Tigers. They'll be taking on your Wapahani Raiders here this evening. Again, as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thank you all for tuning in here on this Thursday night of September the 22nd, 2022. Here's we'll have a short Raiders Live pregame show here this evening, presented by Kinshaw Properties, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. Wapahani, what can I say? They keep on winning. They have had a fantastic season so far. You know, and I've alluded to this a couple different times throughout the last few broadcasts here, but got off to a slightly rough start to begin the season, but they've really caught fire and have been playing some of their best volleyball, and it's really nice to be able to see them successful, not only now, but, you know, you have something to build off of as you head throughout this last part of the season. And, I mean, you know, you never know when your number might be called. You know, if a player goes down or whatever the case might be, you know, it's extremely important to have that depth on your roster, you know, whether it be other players that are on varsity or, you know, if you have to dip down into the roster there of the JV level, you know that these ladies are capable of coming out here and putting their best foot forward and getting the job done and helping the team win. And so it's really nice to see that here at this JV level. They've gotten to where they really want to get to now at this part of the season. You know, they've been playing some very good volleyball, and like I said, hopefully that trend will continue here tonight. Against the Alexandria team that, you know, throughout the history here, they've always had a really good volleyball program. You know, here within these last 10 or so years, you know, they've been very solid. And, you know, I don't really expect anything differently here tonight. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But, again, hopefully the Wapahani's reared and ready to go, to play on their home floor, defend it, and come away with a W here tonight. And, folks, so, again, here we'll step aside for a quick break. Again, this was our short version of the Raiders Live pregame show presented by Kinshaw Properties. We'll be back here with tonight's rosters and the start of tonight's ball game here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. We'll take a look here at the rosters here this evening. First and foremost, for the visiting side, the Alexandria Tigers. So we'll start off here with number 2, Natalie Morrow, number 3, Abby Gaines, number 4, Addie Bates, number 5, Irish Kettery, number 8, Daisy Evans, number 9, Ariana Fetters, number 10, Adriana Maron, number 11, Delilah Young, number 12, Allie Duckworth, and number 15, Charlie Balaji. Again, the Tigers are coached by Sarah Benson. Again, the roster here for Wapahani, number 1, Anne-Marie Gibson, number 2, Cammie Rivers, number 3, Caroline Huntsinger, number 5, Callie Parker, number 6, Chloe Sipes, number 7, Adriana Harris, number 8, Shayna Ray, number 9, Megan Luce, number 10, Bailey Carpenter, number 11, Olivia Walters, and number 12, Tatum Dudley. And Amy Hardwick is your head coach here for the Lady Raiders. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in here on this Thursday evening as we get tonight's game officially underway here from Wapahani. Anne-Marie Gibson back there to serve, and tonight's first serve coming to you live here at 6:05 p.m. here on this Thursday, September the 22nd of 2022. As that one will fall right on in there to give Wapahani a quick 1-0 lead. Again, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster here for the evening, as always, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. So a service there will tie things up here at 1. It'll be number 15, Balaji, back to serve. And there's Tatum Dudley. Layeth the Samaka down on the volleyball right there, finding the back right corner as Olivia Walters will come into the game now for Wapahani. And back to serve will be number 5, Callie Parker. Handled there by Duckworth. And a miscue there by the Tigers. Give Wapahani here a 2-point advantage. Now 3-1 here in set number 1 of the evening. Received again by Duckworth. Set up that time to number 10, Myron. And miss hit there off the side of the right hand there by Cammie Rivers. So point there goes to the Tigers. And that one hit out of bounds. So Wapahani back here with another 2-point advantage. We'll have number 12, Tatum Dudley, back to serve. There's a heck of a serve there from Dudley. There's Parker now to Luce. Set it up there to Olivia Walters, and a well-executed ball. Wide open back corner there of Alexandria's defense. And a well-executed ball there from Walters. Shank backwards, and that's going to be an ace for Dudley. And we're going to have a substitution here for Alexandria. It's going to be number 11, Delilah Young. Now in for number 8, Daisy Bivens. Another nice serve again here from Tatum. Chasing that one down was Balaji, and now Luce with another setup to Walters. No touch that time by Alexandria, and that point will go to the Tigers on that one to make this a 6-3 ball game. So be number 10, Adriana Myron back to serve. Parker there. Luce will chase it down, and Rivers gets it across there for the Raiders. Set up, there's Walters again, smack dab right in the middle. So a 7-3 start for Wapahani. We'll have number 2, Cammie Rivers, back to serve. And that one will fall in there. That's Addie Bates on the attack that time for Alexandria. So 7-4 now. Shayna Ray now in for the Raiders. Nice serve there, handled by Sipes. They're off the serve reception. Marie Gibson there on the attack. Bates again. Sipes will dig it. Luce will set it. And Walters gets it over. And that looked like that was touched by Alexandria. But instead, they're going to get Wapahani with a 4-hit call. Parker, Luce to Walters. And again, right there in the middle of the floor. Another well-executed placement there by Olivia Walters. Harris now in the game for Wapahani, and Olivia Walters back to serve. Serving now for the Tigers, Delilah Young. A little back and forth now here of late. Gibson there on the attack. Nothing there. She will hit that one into the net. So again, a strong start here from the Raiders. Now it's kind of fallen by the wayside, now only in charge of a 1-point lead. Ray to Luce. Left side action there to Anne-Marie Gibson. Dug out by Myron. And a little bit of miscommunication on who was going to take that ball. End up running into one another, and we'll have another substitution for Wapahani. It's going to be Tatum Dudley for Chloe Sipes. Also, number 3, Abby Gaines. And for, see, I think she came in there for Alexandria. We're making sure the lineup and the rotation is correct here. Okay, so they're still trying to iron things out. And, well, while they do that, we're going to thank some of our sponsors here tonight. So big thanks here to Next Home Elite Real Estate. Their primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, Austin Rich provides a consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a market plan that provides superior service to all of his clients without compromise. For all of your real estate needs, contact Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. Also, big thanks here to East Jackson Auto Sales, located at 3100 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. Owned by Todd Clark and his family-ran dealership, they've been going strong since 1977 and is known for their honesty and quality pre-owned vehicles that leave you driving home with a smile on your face and a nice vehicle you can rely on. Make sure to check them out on Facebook and contact them at 765-284-3472. Again, that is East Jackson Auto Sales, proud sponsor of the WHS Network. So I'll tell you what, folks, we have managed to come to a screeching halt, and it's so quiet in here I feel like I'm at a golf match. If you drop a pencil, somebody outside's going to hear it. So, good times here from Raider Gymnasium. And again, not sure exactly the I guess the confusion here as far as which one is supposed to be serving and who is not. Okay, so it will be a 9-6 ball game. And it's going to be Wapahani serve. Okay. Set up there by number 15. Gaines will get it across. Loose sets it to Gibson. Dug out right there. Good job there by Tigers defensively to slow that down. End up working out pretty well. There's Gaines. And just tips it over the net off of the hand of Harris. And inbounds there. A point there for the Tigers. Now 9-7. As we'll have Delilah Young now back to serve. Ray to loose on to Dudley. And that one's going to fall in. Number 2, Natalie Morrow, unable to keep that one from touching the ground. And Rivers now in the game here for Wapahani, subbing in for Shayna Ray. Now number 1, Anne-Marie Gibson, will be back to serve. We got a 3-point lead for Wapahani. Still good ways to go here in this one. Nice dig from Gibson, but sent over the net. Loose there to dig it out. Parker on over to Dudley, the right side, dug out by number 2, Morrow. Then they got the little deflection. But again, it went right off the side. Nobody could get to it in time. So that one's going to fall in. That was a little unorthodox, but it worked. So 11-8 now. Walters returning to the floor for Wapahani. We'll have Callie Parker back to serve. Received there by Morrow and mishandled by Bellegi. We got number 8, Daisy Bivens, returning to the floor for Alexandria. Again, 12-8 Wapahani. And that is in there for the ace. Right on the line there for Parker. And tipped off the tip right there of Morrow's hands. So again, Dudley cashing in on another kill. As Wapahani's now expanded this lead out again, now to 6. Which is their largest of the night. Well, was the largest of the night. Now a 7-point lead. I got to say, a little surprised here that the Tigers haven't taken a timeout. See if they could stop the bleeding here a little bit. Nice short serve there from Parker. Tipped over. There's Dudley. Now loose. Will set it up to Rivers. Dug out that time by Bivens. Rivers back on the attack. That was another one that's going to fall in here for Cammie. And we're going to have another substitution. It's going to be number 9, Rihanna Fetters. So again, we still have Parker back to serve. skipped over the top of that and in there for the ace. Set up left side there to Myron. Dudley back on the attack. Dug out that time, and that was out of bounds on the pass from Fetters. And again, I got to tell you, and I'm no genius whatsoever. I don't even proclaim to, be extremely knowledgeable here, but got to say, a little surprised here that Tigers are not taking a timeout well before now. Because now you're down by 11 points. Wapahani's just 6 points away from claiming this first set. Like I said, I'm surprised that there might not have been a timeout after point 15. And so now this set is too far gone, and now a timeout from Alexandria. So 20-8. Wapahani here in set number one will step aside, and we'll be back following this commercial break. All right, folks, welcome back in here from the timeout. 20-8, Wapahani on top here in set number one of tonight's junior varsity game. Again, the Raiders went on a nice little run right here. So far, so good right here, trying to finish things up. Walters again back on the attack, kept alive there by number 8, Bivens. Loose with a set up there to Dudley, and couldn't quite get that one over. Now 20-9. So nice lengthy run. I believe that was a 9 or 10-point run that Wapahani was just on. So Natalie Morrow back there to serve just a moment ago. Received by Gibson, set to Walters, and that is out of bounds. See there by Gibson, and a miss hit right there for number 4, Addie Bates. Tipped that one right into the net. So 21-10, Tatum Dudley back to serve. Shank backwards, nice hustle by Morrow, and the Tigers will not get it back across. So an ace for Dudley. Morrow's there, hits it over there to the right as number 10, Myron, was able to get it back across, but Olivia Walters cashes in once again, finding that right sideline and executes it perfectly. It's a 23-10 lead. And unfortunately, again, there for the Tigers, unable to get it over. So the woes continue just from a passing standpoint. So Tatum Dudley here to service out, hopefully set point, and that one goes into the net. Unfortunate there, but Wapahani still has plenty of chances to close out this first set. We got number 10, Adriana Myron, back to serve for Alexandria. Received by Parker and nearly ate the ball, but Walters right there tried to get that one over. But unfortunately, couldn't get enough up underneath it to get that ball up and over the net. Shanked off to the right side, and that time it's going to be an ace. And now a timeout here from Wapahani. And we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during this timeout. So we would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. So a big thanks here to Dr. Kara J. Wolf, DDSPC Family Dentistry, located at 3915 Wheeling Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Make your appointment now to receive great care and leave with a pristine, beautiful smile. Contact them at 765-288-1560. And their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Also, again, a special thanks here to the Selma American Legion, Post 437, located at 315 South Albany Street in downtown Selma, Indiana. Make sure to check them out there for lunch and dinner daily. You can give them a call at 765-282-7020. Tell you what, outstanding food down there. The tenderloins, Taco Tuesday. I mean, all kinds of different specials throughout the week, and their food is absolutely fabulous. So go ahead and stomp on down there at the Selma American Legion, Post 437. So again, still set point for Wapahani. And that one's going to be out of bounds as well. And again, it's nothing that Alexandria is necessarily doing that's, getting themselves back into the game. It's just what Wapahani is not doing, and that one's going to be served out of bounds to end it here for set number 1. So Wapahani will take a 1-0 lead here, 25-15, as they will head back to the locker room here for a little break. We'll take a break here for our own. We'll head back here with set number 2 coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Our company's mantra has been and will always be humans over houses. For the last several years, we have been able to help people follow our mission statement, which is enriching lives by helping people find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate has premier real estate agents ready to assist you with commercial properties, new construction, residential homes, or investment properties, no matter if you are looking to purchase or to sell. We are skilled negotiators, tenacious marketers, and fearless advocates for our clients. We want them to feel the passion we have for what we do and the professionalism we exemplify while we do it. Our clients depend on us to have grit and determination when we represent them. We roll up our sleeves and get to work. Every interaction, every time.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Seth.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
We stand for doing the right thing, even when it's not convenient. We deliver integrity in all we do through our uncompromising ethical principles and values. Our clients count on us not to only help them buy or sell their home, but to make sure the process is infused with joy. We strive to bring a smile to their faces as they enter the next phase of their lives. Call Next Home Elite Real Estate today. We are here to help you.
don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
All right, folks, welcome back live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here with our next Home Elite Real Estate game break, 25-15. Wapahani takes set number 1. We thank you all for tuning in and joining us here on this Thursday night as we get set number 2 underway here this evening from beautiful Raider Gymnasium. Again, if you're just now joining us, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. So an ace to start things off with the Tigers here, number 10, Myron there with the ace to get the Tigers off to a 1-0 lead. And so much for that there as a service there, then there right thereafter now ties things up at 1. We'll have Anne-Marie Gibson back to serve here for Wapahani. Been a very busy week here for this Lady Raider volleyball team. They had a game on Monday night here at home. And then last night traveled over to Monroe Central. And then, of course, again this evening. So this is the third consecutive week of 3 games. Nice job there by Rivers just to get the ball over. Rivers will dig that one out. Nice chase down right there from Hunzinger. Had to go a long way to get to that one. Rivers again with the dig, keeps it alive, and Harris will get it over and inbounds and down in there for a point. I'll tell you what, a lot of credit there to Rivers. Saved a couple of the shots here from the Tigers. For Wapahani, getting the dig, setting them, up nicely for a good pass and set. Nice serve from Parker, shanked off there to the right side, and that's an ace. Missile of a serve there from Parker. Dudley's right there. Hunzinger over to Rivers. Dug out by Morrow. Set to the back row. That's Bivens. She'll get that one over for the Tigers. And they're going to give the point there to Alexandria. So that's going to tie things up here at 3. Gibson to Hunzinger on the Rivers left side attack. Shanked backwards by Morrow. So Rivers there with another kill. Puts the Raiders back ahead by 1. And we've got Tatum Dudley back to serve. Soft touch there by Walters. Bivens gets it over, and it is inbounds. So that's going to tie it up at 4. And Chloe Sipes now in for Wapahani. And that's going to be served out of bounds. Easy point there for Wapahani that time around. So we'll have Cammie Rivers back to serve. Again, only a slim 1-point lead so far for Wapahani. Let's see if we can apply some distance. And that's exactly what's going to happen right there. So again, some miscommunication on who was going to take that ball. Somebody's got to take control, call it out, and like I said, take control of that situation. Shouldn't have a ball like that fall in, and on the attack that time, that was number 4, Addie Bates. Just a little too much out of bounds. Mishandled, and that's going to be an ace for Rivers. And a timeout now from Alexandria, their first charge timeout here in set number 2. It's Wapahani 8, Alexandria 4. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
All right, folks, again, welcome back in following the timeout here. Again, just a few reminders for next week. Wapahani will be on the road next Monday night at Hamilton Southeastern, which Hamilton Southeastern is ranked number 1 in Class 4A. So you want to talk about a big game. That is a very, very big game. I'm still waiting to see, we might possibly go do that game on Monday evening. It'll be a long trip down there, but we might try to go do that game coming up on Monday night. Then we have county next week as well. So a very busy week for us here from Wapahani High School and this Lady Raider volleyball team. As we'll have a quick substitution here. Shayna Ray back in for the Raiders. Also, number 3, Abby Gaines in for the Tigers. So we got number 4, Addie Bates back there to serve just a moment ago. Sipes there to Hunsinger on to Gibson, and that hits the antenna. And so back and forth we go here in set number 2. Again, Wapahani started off in set number 1, guns blazing. I mean, they was clicking on all cylinders. And then hit a rough patch, and then both teams kind of went back and forth for a little while until Alexandria hit a really bad snag, and Wapahani was able to execute on it and went on a nice 9 or 10 point run to put really the Tigers away essentially, as Gibson got a little too far underneath that ball. So ties things up at 8. Sipes there with a dig, shanks it backwards. Nice hustle by Gibson. But to no prevail there is now the Tigers will take a 1 point lead, and now Wapahani will take a timeout after 5 consecutive from Alexandria. And so again, we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. But again, kind of going off of county week for next week. We plan on more than likely next Tuesday or next Wednesday, we will have our Delaware County Volleyball Tournament preview show. Previewing, again, the county tournament, breaking down the bracket. We'll look at each team, look at what their team stats are, individual stats. And that kind of helps you judge a little bit, as far, everybody might not be very familiar with some key players on every team in the county. So that's where we kind of come in, give you that information, and then you kind of make your own assessment from there when you come to the ball games. But it should be another great tournament. It always is every year. Yorktown has been dominant here in the Delaware County Volleyball Tournament like the past, I'd say, a good 6 or 7 years. I mean, it's just been dominant there for Yorktown. So we'll see if that will change this year or not, but should be a great tournament coming up next week. So Wapahani ties it up that time now at 9. We'll have Olivia Walters back to serve. Harris will now return to the floor for Wapahani, as this game is tied at 9 here in set number 2. Handled there by Gaines, tipped across there by Bivens. And nice job there. I don't know how Harris was able to keep that in play. Hunzinger just a soft touch right there. And a couple miscues there by the Tigers will put Wapahani back on top, 10-9. With some great back and forth right there. Another nice serve there from Olivia. Right there along the sideline, and that one's going to fall in there. Daisy Bivens executes that perfectly. Just over the hands of the blockers up front right there to put this at a even game at 10. Gibson there with the left hand. Hunzinger sets it up to Harris. Dug out there by Myron. And we're going to have a net violation here on Wapahani. It's going to be a point either way there for Alexandria. So back to a 1-point lead for the Tigers. Rivers there. Nice dig out there from Hunzinger. Keeps it alive and gives her teammates something to work with. The Sipes can't get there in time. Love the hustle. But now Alexandria pushes ahead here by 2. Sipes, Hunzinger to Harris. Dug out there by Duckworth. And again here, Wapahani's already used one timeout. Bailey Carpenter now in the ball game for the Raiders. It's going to be important here from Wapahani's sake to be able to just work it out themselves to where, you don't have to burn that second timeout. But you don't want to get yourself in too deep of a hole right here. You're down by 3, very manageable. Got to find a way to get a point right here. Myron there with a setup. Parker gets to it, and again, miscommunication on who was going to take that ball. And so I would imagine right here, if the Tigers get another point this time around, I believe you've got to call timeout. You don't want, you don't want to dig yourself too big of a hole. And a miscue there by Beleji. And get the Raiders a much-needed point to make this a 14-11 ball game. We got Caroline Hunzinger back to serve. Tell you what, that was another missile-like serve there from Hunzinger. Seen the same there from Parker and Dudley. And Harris will hit that one out of bounds. No touch there by the Tigers. And so I have a substitution here. We're going to have Megan Luce now in here for Caroline Hunzinger. Parker to Luce on the Carpenter. Miss hit that one into the net. Mishandled by Gibson. And that's going to be an ace. So again, Myron still back to serve. Parker, loose, soft touch over the net. And Alexandria will get it over, but out of bounds. So again, another much-needed point here for the Raiders. Cammie Rivers now back into the game. Subbing in for Shayna Ray. We've got Anne-Marie Gibson now back to serve. Gibson to Luce, on over to Rivers. Nice dig there, and miss hit by Myron. So now the Tigers have kind of fallen on some hard times the last few points. Let's see if the Raiders are able to execute on that. Going a nice little lengthy run of their own here, possibly even tie things up. Down by 3. Received there by Morrow, and there's Rivers again. Miss-hit that one. And so we'll see Addie Bates return to the floor for Alexandria. We'll have Natalie Morrow back to serve. Gibson loose to Harris. And the Tigers will get it over, but I don't know if that was on the right side of the antenna or not. Gibson loose back to Harris. Nice save right there. Morrow able to get to it. A way to change it up right there by Megan Luce. Again, just lays it right over the net, down in play. Back to a 3-point Tigers lead. Callie Parker back to serve. And that will be an ace for Parker, mishandled by Bates. And now we'll have a timeout here from Alexandria. So it's a 2-point lead for the Tigers. Again, the Raiders found themselves down by 6. Have climbed their way right back into the thick of things. We'll be back with more following this timeout.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
All right, folks, again, welcome back. Again, both teams starting to slowly but surely make their way back out onto the floor following the timeout. Again, a 2-point lead for Alexandria. They were up 17-11. Now the Raiders went on a 5-1 run. Got themselves back in it. Still down by 2. Parker back to serve. And mishandled there, and that's going to be an ace again here for Parker. Going back to the same place. And that was out of bounds. Myron there hit it on the right side of the antenna, which would have been out of bounds. And so the Raiders have tied it up. Going out on a 7-1 run. Make that an 8-1 run now with an ace. And again, Alexandria has now used both of their timeouts as well. Wapahani still has one remaining. Walters will get that one to go. Again, off the hands of Bibbins. So 20-18. So my oh my has the tide turned. Again, the Raiders look like they was in a rough situation. Found their way out of it at the moment anyway, and are currently in the driver's seat. Nice save there by Duckworth. He'll get it over there. Number 4, Bates. Now Walters back on the attack. Dug out by Gaines. Loose. Left side to Rivers. Dug out again here by Gaines. And Gibson dug it out, but unfortunately went out of bounds. So 20-19. And we'll have, number 15, Lodgy back to serve. So it's going to be Bailey Carpenter back to serve for Wapahani. A 2-point lead, 4 points to gather right here. Bivens from the left side left that one short. And again here, nothing Alexandria can do about it other than play it out, and hopefully good things will happen for him. Another nice serve there from Bailey. Gibson loose on the Walters and miss-hit that one. That's going to be 4 hits. So gives the Tigers a little sigh of relief here to get back at it here. Chloe Sipes will return to the floor for Bailey Carpenter. And Allie Duckworth back to serve. And she hit that one well out of bounds. So Rivers to serve for Wapahani. Set to Bivens. Rivers will dig it out. Loose will set it to Gibson. Shank backwards, and that will be a kill for Anne-Marie Gibson, and we have now arrived at match point. So again, it's been a 13-3 run here from Wapahani at the moment. Set it up to Bivens. Sipes will dig it, Loose will set it, and Walters will put it away, and the Raiders will win it here tonight in straight sets. Wapahani ends the second set on a 14-3 run to win it here in set number 2, 25-20, as they sweep the Tigers in this evening's junior varsity matchup. So congratulations there to Wapahani on a nice little hard-fought comeback win there in set number 2 to sweep Alexandria here this evening. Again, make sure to stay right here with us here in just a little while. We'll have tonight's varsity game coming up. Again, I'll be there on a separate link on our YouTube channel, so please check us out. Join us for some Indiana High School volleyball here on the WHS Network. Again, here's Wapahani will take on Alexandria here in about 20 minutes' time. So again, folks, we'll step aside here. Again, we'll be back here again on a separate link on our YouTube channel, WHS Network. And until then, again, we thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here in just a little while here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.